Welcome back to the C Block. It's Thursday. That means Sarah Baxter with the Game and Fish Commission is joining us for this week's Bird of the Week.
And this week we're talking about the ruby-crowned kinglet. And, first of all, why did you choose this bird, Sarah?
Well, because he is here in the winter, and so these guys are starting to show up now that our weather is finally getting cold. You know, they're starting to show up in good numbers. And the ruby-crowned kinglet is a really great one. You know, I've been talking about a lot of birds that you could see at your feeders so far. These are not ones that would probably show up at your feeders, but they're still super, super common.
Okay.
Yeah, so they don't feed on seed then?
No, they're mostly insects, almost 100% insects,
Well,
even in the wintertime.
come to my house then, come eat those
And
bugs.
obviously, the indication there being
the ruby crown,
Oh,
right. But I have to say, you don't always see the ruby crown. They have to hold their head just right and kind of flare their feathers a little, so you don't always see that. What you're looking for with these guys, they're very small, about 3.5 or 4 inches long. They're one of the smallest birds in North America.
Are they really?
They only weigh about as much as a nickel. They're about 5 grams. They're
Really?
tiny. They're very tiny.
So compared to a sparrow is like a giant bird.
Yes, exactly. These guys are somewhere in size between a Carolina chickadee and a hummingbird. They're kind of right in the middle of those two. So, but you'll see where you can go to look for them. It depends on, you know, what your yard looks like. You may see them at your yard, but they like tall trees. So trees that are at least like 20 feet tall, and then lots of thick vegetation around them. And so what they're doing is they're gleaning insects off of those leaves and out from in between the bark. They've got that little skinny bill, which is perfect for insect eating.
Okay, and where do you normally find them if they're not here?
Well, in the
Where's their
summertime,
habitat?
so in the summertime, their breeding habitat is northern Alaska, all the way across Canada, and down a little ways into northern, you know, United States. So they're here in the winter on down through Mexico.
Okay.
And you said that it is a songbird, and reading here it says they're loud.
Yes, they're very loud, and they have a really long song. For such a little bird, they have a very long song that is easily recognizable to, you know, if you kind of train your ear to listen for it. And that's how you can find them a lot of the time. But you'll find them, if you get into a flock, they get into mixed flocks in the wintertime with chickadees and titmice and other small songbirds. So if you can get into a good mixed flock of those, you'll probably find some. And some good places around here to go would be Bell Slough Wildlife Management Area, just outside of Conway, or also Holland Bottoms Wildlife Management Area up towards Jacksonville. Those are great places for them.
And you said right about now, they're making...
Yeah, now through like February probably. They like it when it's good and cold.
They want to eat our bugs and then they want to leave.
Exactly.
They can stay here all year long and eat our bugs.
They take advantage of the bugs way up north where there aren't quite as many birds. And eat those insects up there, because you know in the summertime we have lots of insect eaters, and then in the winter most of our insect feeding birds leave and go to South and Central America, but there's still a few insects around, so those guys come down and take advantage.
And I'm looking at my Arkansas backyard birds, which people can get these, at the Game and Fish, right?
Yes, get them for free from any Game and Fish regional office. And
you said, fun fact here, male ruby-crowned kinglets raise, what's the fun fact here?
They
raise and lower their crown patches?
Yes, exactly. So that's how you'll get to see it. It just kind of depends on how mad they are at you, basically.
Well, you know, the other bird, the tufted titmouse, will do that as well.
Yeah, they've got that little crest. Yeah. They don't have ruby, but they do have a crest.
Right.
But there's a bird that's similar to the ruby crown, the golden crowned, and so obviously its crown is golden colored, and that's kind of a good way to tell the difference between the two.
All right. Sarah Baxter, thank you for joining us today.
Sarah.
Every Thursday, Bird of the Week. Who knows what Sarah will be featuring next. All right.